Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're in the future on YouTube. Welcome to SpeedGaming's presentation of Metroid Prime Randomizer Tournament 2025. I am Leno, joined today by Markers Mask on comps. How you doing, Markers?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. We also have Fishing Boo on tracking. Everyone say hello to Fishing Boo. We have an exciting match. This is the first week. In fact, this is like the third day of the tournament. We literally just got started. Maybe it's the second day of the tournament, but regardless, we are off. We are underway. The stream will be catching up to us in just a moment. Our runners are going. So if you're not used to this format, we have a starting charge beam. Let's see here. We also have. Actually, I don't think there's anything new from the previous tournament. Oh, save doors, I believe, are unlocked.
Or they
I
got
might be,
reverted back. Let me see
yeah,
here.
or they got reverted back. Yeah, something like that.
Looking at the preset, I think save doors are in fact back to vanilla, where there is a missile
Okay,
door shield on them.
so they're all missile shielded. Okay. A new thing going on with the tournament for this one is we have a Deets. We have Deets. This is a carryover from Drake doing this from the Echoes tournaments. He has decided to do this again for Prime. Oh wow, we have a nothing in Alcove right away. Jungle decided to pick it up right away. I did not see what was under the ship.
That was too fast for me. Let's see what Jungle's got here.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
boost. So one of our runners actually in the race room is like, I hope we have an early boost ball. Wish granted. You just need a morph ball to pick it up.
yep. Which, given the logic chain, I think that means morph ball or missile launcher is next on Hive Totems. So both players should be booking it to there as fast as they can go.
Mm-hmm. And Schwartz Gandhi is a fan of the fusion suit. Is running fusion suit today. It looks like Jungle is running vanilla suit.
Yep.
And I'm just doing some audio rebalancing here.
Artifact on the ledge. That is in beginner logic with space jump. Just for some quick info, I'm not sure since the last tournament if that has changed, but I do know that that was a change put in not too long ago. So.
I'm not entirely sure. That looked like bombs at the half pipe in main plaza there, so we'll be picking that up. All right, I just need to do a quick sync, so I need to do a minor bit of math. Let's see here. We are.
Oh, space jump.
We'll just call 5 seconds.
I think you did see bombs there in the half pipe because space jump was in. I believe this is this nursery? Is that it was? It's bomb locked. So current progression is you will have to get boost to get bombs in half pipe to get your space jump boots. So
okay, it's interesting, and we probably want or need a missile launcher before that.
Yep. But morph will probably come first here. Yep, there it is.
And everyone who wants to keep track, the tracking deets has been linked in chat. You can keep an eye on that. Fishing Boo will be updating our tracker on stream as we go along, and we'll try and update the deets document. But trying to do many things at once here. Okay, so we have a. Where was Morph Ball again?
Hive Totem.
Hive Totem.
And following logic pretty strictly there, Schwartz is going to save warp back to get boost and then ultimately get bombs then space jump, which honestly, given how strong space jump is, I would just beeline it for that too and not check anything else. So
yeah, probably. So we have landing site for our boost ball. And our bombs are in half pipe. Now you said there was an artifact on grapple ledge, correct?
that is correct. Yep.
We just need to determine which of the artifacts it is.
Also, RAs for this race, very specifically, which I think I might be doing too, is no progression is allowed on PMT, which is perfect. So you can actually get your Phazon suit hint without an artifact being there.
And there's a funny story behind this. So several runners for this tournament who signed up would have done some async qualifier seeds to determine your seeding. For 2 of those seeds, an artifact was in Phazon Mining Tunnel, which means you weren't getting Phazon suit hints, which also means pain and suffering. So
Yeah.
thank you, runners, for giving us a Phazon suit hint today. We don't have missiles yet.
We do not have missiles yet.
We would really like to pick up a missile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see here. We have ruined. Oh, which room is this? This is one of the ruined rooms.
I think this is nursery.
Oh,
is
ruined nursery. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Ruined Fountain is the Morph Ball one, and Ruined Shrine is the one before Tower of Light, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Ruined Shrine is Vanilla Morph Ball. There's so many ruined rooms, and then there's Ruined Courtyard in Fendrana.
Yep. Which learning can be accessed to the Waybeam door only with Space Jump, or without Space Jump, NSJ. That was also in one of the seeding seeds. That was quite a shocker to me. All right, we are checking Vault here real quick on Sword side. What is that?
Charge Beam was in PMT. Ouch. That's a rude placement for that. Oh, we have an artifact here in Vault. Okay.
All right, so that's 2 artifacts right off the bat, at least in Chozo, so that'll be nice.
All right, which of the 6 is this going to be?
Wild.
Okay. And so we have, Schwartz with 1 artifact so far. Jungle getting the... Oh, we have a Varia suit in Tunnel. Oh, that's a good one right there.
Yep. I did miss the Junglebos do the peak. I don't know if I saw the peak or not, or if you just went for it.
Well, we don't have a missile to do the peak. So that's just a blind check.
Okay, Schwartz finding missiles behind Knife Totem, but that is not Launcher. So still not the logical missile here.
Well, with Varia suit, Launcher could be in Magmor, which we only care about for logical implications, but yeah, that's this missile launcher placement. I mean, it could be on Omega Pirate, but
Schwartz is gonna have to be careful here. 5 energy. Oh, let's go. So okay. Woo. That was really close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Schwartz is kind of playing with fire here. This is a little sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
There is a red drop in that box right there. It's a guaranteed red drop. Okay,
there it is.
A little bit safer.
Now with Varia, it looks like Schwartz might be electing to go just straight to Magma Pool, it looks like. Which I don't know if that... Well, might be just going for a full clear through Magma. We're done with Chozo, which is pretty aggressive, I might say.
It is. If we're strictly following the logic, and maybe that's what Schwartz is doing, we do have a lot of Magmor in play with no energy, but we do have Varia suit. So
yeah,
maybe this is what... I mean, this could just be some aggressive play by Schwartz, and I approve. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Jungle now picking up their first artifact. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just thinking now, for Chozo, what's in mid Chozo for logic? I mean, the watery, I can't remember what it's called.
Watery Hall, where Charge Beam is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. With bombs and a couple of other things, there's quite a few things in check there, but could be assuming, Launcher could be there too and is just making the aggressive play after finding those missiles, so.
Maybe.
We'll see.
I don't think Launcher could be in Lava Lake because I think that's missile locked. I don't think Charge Beam I don't think Charge Beam opens this up. So, but it could be something like a power bomb. Oh, energy tank. Yeah, we want that.
Well, yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah, we will gladly take that.
And of course, we get the lovely Fusion Varia suit.
Oh, actually, you know what? Schwartz actually kind of goobered a little bit. There's an invisible wall in this room if you do not pick up the alcove item. Oh, but you just got over it anyway. Okay, never mind.
And then this is perfectly in logic here. Plasma.
Plasma.
Aggressiveness paying off here.
Okay.
I feel like that would immediately point me towards early Fen, especially with a lot of those checks there. So this aggressiveness might pay off very huge.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's another
Oh,
artifact
my.
in the
Okay.
storage cavern. Okay. Artifact of strength. Okay. So that's 3 known artifacts already.
Looks like Jungle Boss will be following suit, heading to Magmore as well. I'm just looking at this like, wow, maybe I really do play too conservatively in Prime.
Prime is a really fast rando. Like, it's a fast game. But then again, you can get some seeds like the async seeds and, you know, just casual 2-hour times. You know, no big deal, especially with phase on suit casino mode, where it could be anywhere. And it's never where you're going. Oh, Schwartz is going up the standable on this side. Okay. Oh, that was so close. Almost made it to the ledge.
That zoom is pretty cool. That scan dash there. We'll see if Schwartz elects to check where Artifact of the Warrior is. I think is what that is.
Yeah,
That's completely in logic here. So, or just straight to Fen. Straight to Fen.
Okay, straight to Fendrana. I think I would check Warrior Shrine before doing this.
With that plasma, though, maybe an X progression. It really could be. I guess we'll see.
Maybe. Maybe shorelines. Maybe just strictly following the logic. That could be. Yeah. Yeah, could be.
I mean, at some point you would have to dip back with missiles in order to obviously check your artifact hints, a couple of other things, but 3 already. I don't know. Maybe trying to see if launcher is soon as well to try to put things in the logic here, but
maybe. I mean, we only need the location of 3 more artifacts. Oh, do you go back and rush that? I feel like you kind of do after this Fendrana loop. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking too conservatively where you would just,
Oh, what was that missile? Couldn't tell. All right, here's our progression to lead wave beam. Okay, well, who needs playing conservatively? Playing conservatively is for losers, apparently in Prime. So
let's see here. We have Ice Ruins. That was Ice Ruins East. Okay. Well, I mean, we're never going to see.
Still no launcher though.
Yeah, we're never going to see Artifact Temple at this rate. Let's see, a launcher.
Depending on, depending on if Schwartz knows out of bounds for X on a couple of other things, could potentially skip the requirements for ice or no? I think Exo will require all beams, unless if you can skip that. But
it would have to be a full Exo skip, so we would have to, yeah.
Gosh, that would be insane.
Mm-hmm. Like, I fully expect to see some exo skips during this tournament. I don't think it's going to happen for either one of these 2 runners today, but, you know, could be wrong.
Yep.
But Schwartz has got some moves, and we got some speed going on here.
All right, looks like Jungle Boss will be closely following suit to that wave beam.
Let's see here. Question in chat. Has audio delay been complained about yet? No, but I think we're actually experiencing it on Schwartz's side. And I did not see what was in chat. Well, it might have been a nothing.
It looked like nothing. Yeah, I think it's Schwartz's side. The boosts aren't lining up here.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's a fairly significant audio delay there. Progressive audio delay might even be.
Yeah.
There's a wave beam now for jungle. Both of our runners basically following each other's footsteps here. Oh, my bad. I did not see that jungle picked up the storage cavern artifact. All right, Phendrana Canyon. What do you have? That looks important.
Let's see here.
That's a missile. I'm mistaken, but honestly, we have what 10 missiles so far? 15 missiles? I think we picked that up.
Yeah.
No, we have.
It's to be better than falling down here, but
Yeah,
maybe trying to collect it for launcher info here, maybe as well.
maybe that it's a possibility that launcher could be in Phendrana.
With boost, this would make sense. That's an expansion. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I do think, though, given the items we have so far, launcher is probably back in Chozo, and it's let's see here. What do we have available that's launcher locked?
Yeah, at this rate, I'm assuming launchers in logic somewhere that I skipped.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's pretty rare when launcher is outside of Chozo. Not to say that can't happen.
all right, question here: will Schwartz continue to go deeper into Fen? Especially with that boost ball so early. Labs is open through the front, logically.
Yep.
So.
Yep. We don't actually know artifact hints yet, but we do know of 3 artifact locations. We have 1 on Grapple Ledge. We don't know which one it is yet. And then our runners have picked up 2 each, 1 in Storage Cavern and 1 in Vault. We do not yet know the location of the other 3. We haven't had a missile for a hot minute. And there's no point in going back to... Oh, main power bombs. Okay.
Main PBs.
Yeah, there isn't really much point to going back to get the artifact hints yet, although I wouldn't object to it. Ruined Courtyard has our main power bombs.
I'm just trying to think here. I do think boost and space jump does put that check into logic as well. So.
Oh, Schwartz
main
is saving.
PBs.
Okay, Schwartz is saving. This might be a... Yep, this is... Okay, we have a save warp.
Oh.
This might be an artifact play.
Which honestly, at this point, it'd be nice to know what's left to hunt down. So.
Yep. Like, are we going to get a Phazon suit hint, Spider Ball, possibly X-ray thermal? We'd like information on all of this. Oh, frigate crash site first. Okay.
Yep. Quick check for ice there. Just the PB expansion. Okay, so honestly, with that pivot saved by labs, trying to see what's left of artifacts and maybe heading straight back there, especially since Phendrana's a little bit of a lengthy trek to just try to get back to even, no matter which way you're coming at it from with standard start. So.
Yeah, Schwartz might be thinking go back through Twin Fires Tunnel, come in through Workstation, take on Rock. Our Angry Rock. Maybe, but that could just be a Labs skip, which I wouldn't object to. Labs is a big play. It's a long play.
Yeah. Same time, though, too. Labs usually tends to be loaded, but...
No, it does, yeah. What was that camera on Jungle side?
Yeah.
Alright, got a missile.
Right.
There are only 6 artifacts in these settings. If we're playing CGC settings, there would be 9. But in standard tournament settings for Prime, it's only 6. All right, Schwartz. We took the time to scan them. What do we got? What's our... Schwartz? Schwartz? Do the thing. There you go.
Fungal Hall
access. That's truth. Main
Plaza.
PCA. Okay. I did not see which one is PCA, but we have a...
I couldn't tell if that was Dynamo Chamber or Dynamo something else. If it was Dynamo, that might be a hard spider required there.
Well, PCA means we have a hard X-ray requirement, because that we have to go through Omega Pyre to get that.
Yep.
Let's see here. Main Plaza, that is going to be Artifact of Elder, I believe. Let's see here. Fungal Hall access. So we cannot escape the Phazon mines today, but the chances of us finding our Phazon suit have increased a little bit.
Yep. Alrighty.
And we now have a second tracker. Everyone say hello to Drake. The deets have been posted again. I did not catch the last artifact. Okay, so you said it was a dynamo?
Yeah.
Uh,
Too fast for me to see. I don't know if that was Dynamo as in the Chozo one or if that was Dynamo as in the maze.
well, I will dive the VOD. Oh, actually, you know what? Drake will
There's
dive the
Spider
VOD.
Ball.
Spider Ball and Short Tunnel. Nicely done.
Unlocked by main PBs, so we're still technically all within that logic chain as long as we know we're assuming that launcher is somewhere early, so
Yeah, I'm assuming it's in Chozo. And welcome in everyone from SpeedGaming, from the race, who I forget who was racing already, but please, no spoilers for those who are not able to pay attention. All right,
there was
oh,
launcher. Okay.
Oh, that's a buried missile launcher. Oh, that is a buried launcher. Oh,
Yeah, the logic chain for that one was pretty gross, especially with
that
the all the way to
is
main PBs. So.
that is so bad.
Well, besides ice now though, kind of run into the issue now of like where do we go?
Yeah, so maybe
The whole world's kind of
Schwartz-
open.
The whole world's kind of open. Yeah, maybe Schwartz shouldn't have left Fendrana yet. It might have just been stay in the labs.
Yeah. Well, I guess ice truly does limit a lot here, but in the same sense, like you could go dip into labs, but you would ultimately be blocked by ice in the end. So it'd be kind of
Yeah.
meh if ice is in labs.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing late Chozo, I believe. Nope, no life growth tunnel, but you could reach it from no thermal. So I mean, there's still some limited spots here to check, but
Yep.
now
Schwartz is probably going for a root cave play here.
yeah.
This would be a good one. So question in chat, just to catch everyone up from coming over from SpeedGaming. We have artifacts, our Fungal Hall Access Storage Cavern, which both our owners have picked up. Grapple Ledge, which both of our owners saw right away. Vault, which both of our owners have. PCA, which means we had some Omega Pirate fight. And then the last one is either going to be like Central Dynamo or like Upper Dynamo, Lower Dynamo. We haven't been to that part of Chozo yet. Our second tracker, Drake, is going to check on that. Varia's suit was in Ruin Gallery Pipe, so that was pretty free. Bombs were in Main Plaza. Our boots were also pretty released. And we just found our launcher in Upper Fiery Shores. So overall, nothing really too spicy yet, but it's been kind of, runners have been following each other's footsteps. Not much divergence yet.
Now it's kind of a hard game right now of backtracking on all of the things that were kind of skipped now out of Chozo, labs, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Now are you throwing yourself into kind of a lottery mode of okay, now I need to find X-ray, need to find Phazon. It's kind of hard now. Like how thorough do you be now?
Right.
Says Dynamo in Ruins is 4th. Okay, perfect. Could go for no. Still would need that for another Phazon. Let's see what this is here.
Just a missile in the ruined shrine. Honestly, we do want to pick up some missiles.
Yeah, especially for the Omega Pirate fight, and also if we do find supers, that'd be really nice for that fight.
It would be nice. Yep.
I'm
Flamethrower is a
sure.
Oh,
Whoa!
nice.
Oh!
Collision.
Oh!
Collision.
Hello?
Game. You gotta love Metroid Prime.
All right, Ruined Shrine climb here. Couple jumps, and there you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tower of Light.
Yep.
Here we go.
Stand on anything, get stuck on anything. All right, do we have Tower of Progression, or is this Tower of Missiles?
Given weighting changes, I think Tower of Light shouldn't have too much these days, but we'll see. Unlike last tournament, where it was literally named Tower Progression, as you were saying.
Yep,
so.
it really was Tower of Progression with the last tournament. Yep. Schwartz is just going to do the quick climb, and that's just a missile.
One of my favorite underwater slope jumps, just because it's so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of wiggle up as you're jumping on that ledge, and boom, there you go. No gravity required.
Tower of Missiles today. And Jungle, we're going to go to the ship and save. And what's your next play, Jungle? Oh, Artifact Temple. Okay, Jungle's going to get Artifact hints. That's what we're doing.
So still only at 25 minutes here. Pretty much, given X-ray or phase on here, we don't know yet, but could be pretty jet.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
We are in a minimum go -3 situation. We know we need Ice Beam. That looked like just missiles in the tree. We need X-ray, and we need the phase on suit. That's our 3 at minimum known items that we still need.
Yep. Now this ledge jump is harder than it looks, but still in beginner logic. You can either choose to do I believe the L jump method, where you get just enough height, and you're able just to go on the ledge. There's also an R jump from the side, which looks like that is what Schwartz did there. Or you can kind of combine the two too, just to make sure you got enough clearance.
Yep. And there is the Artifact of Elder there for Schwartz. Oh, Jungle, when you come back and watch this later, just scan all your hints right away, and then go to the menu. It will be faster to read them all that way. Ruined Fountain, that looks like a missile. All right, Jungle's writing them down. This might be a pivot save reset.
Yep.
Okay.
Or might just be writing it. All right, Magma Pull Dash. Here we go. And nicely done. That one's a little bit hard because you do have to bend it. Definitely one of the more punishing scan dashes in the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's supers.
Supers and training chamber access. Okay. And training chamber just a missile.
Which was locked by grapple, so probably seeing grapple here soon in the chain.
I mean, grapple. Oh, supers only block 3 checks. Grapple could be anywhere.
Yep.
Oh. Technically, it blocks Thardus, but we don't care about that. Here's ways to Thardus. We don't care about that. But given all the progressions we've seen so far, I don't think we see any of the bosses unless they're like hard last location. We're not going to see plants. We're not going to see Thardus. There's no way.
Yeah, agreed there. And at this point, we're probably just going to see just straight missiles and E for a little while here.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Ice Spreader in Watery Hall Access. That's a good pickup right there.
Definitely helps with the Exo fight, especially if, I'll just say, like, if the manipulation doesn't work out good or other stuff or other things like that, it's definitely, I feel like a time save, but I don't know. I think I've heard that maybe Ice Spreader doesn't save as much time as, like, doing the full speedrunner strats, but I'm not actually sure on that one.
Yeah, I'm not really a speedrunner Prime, so I can't speak to that. I just know that Ice Phase on Exo goes instantaneous. Oh, okay, so it was just Dynamo then.
Yep. But we did find Spider Ball, so luckily
Mhm.
get to do this check. And just E. Oh, there's Sam. Speedrunning Prime mentioned? Yes. The question was, Sam, is it faster to do EXO with Ice Spreader or without Ice Spreader, technically? Depending on your loadout, I guess. Alright.
I have to think Ice Spreader is faster, but I'm just generally speaking, Ice Spreader is faster. Aha.
Perfect. So definitely worth the
Excellent.
time to pick up then in this tournament.
It does cost 10 missiles to fire that as a charge combo. Like, the charge combos in this game are weirdly expensive. Your Flamethrower and Wave Buster each cost 10, plus they cost more missiles to hold their fire rate. Ice Spreader just costs 10 missiles to fire, but it doesn't continuously fire like the Flamethrower and the Wave Buster do. And the Wave Buster, it drains... I forget what the actual drain rate is, but you lose, like... It's like... Oh, I want to say like 8 missiles a second, or it's got to be more than that. It's a lot of missiles. Like, you'll bleed through missiles just using those two. The drain rate is yes.
Perfect. All right, will we see a Zoid? Looks like no. Okay.
No. Oh,
I feel like if you're here trying to full clear for your go mode items, might be advantageous to do Zoid, but maybe that's why I'm also slow at this game. So
I might also do Zoid in this situation. It's relatively fast, but yeah, I mean, Schwartz is playing aggressive. I get it. Schwartz is playing aggressive. You don't really want to hemorrhage time, so I get this. I don't think I necessarily agree with it personally, but I get it.
yeah.
I respect it.
Because really, I mean, really, once X-ray is gone, at least you can go get the hints for phase on. So
Yep. No, we still need Ice Beam. There's no way into phase on mines without Ice Beam, and there's 2 more artifacts down there.
You are correct. Yep. Yep.
Magmore has been kind of scouted. We don't know workstation side. We have everything on... Yeah, everything on the other side has been cleared on the Magmore.
Yep.
And Fendrana has
early
been...
Fen.
Early Fen has been done. We don't know labs yet.
Oh, saw something up there. An upper furnace. Wonder what it is here. Oh.
Whatever it is, Schwartz wants it.
There's the good old limited influence at work there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Ice Beam and Furnace, says Sam. Heck yeah. Good find.
And there it
there
is.
we go.
Continuing the late Chozo here. You have all beams. You can also check Elder Chamber too as well without having to revisit it and kill 3 ghosts. So that'll be nice.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Crossway is a power bomb expansion. Okay.
I did not know that Scan Dash was there. That's
I
slick.
did not know that one either. Looks like Schwartz is going to set up for a cutscene overlap here.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, missed it.
Schwartz, you have supers. Schwartz does not care about having supers.
I guess you can manipulate these ghosts, huh? Shooting them as they're dashing? Did not know that. Very cool. But immediately for wave here. Not sure why. I definitely want to check. Well, maybe just to get the barrier dispelled first. Oh, you probably can't. After you do plasma, you'd have to reload the room, I think, to get the statue to move back. So this is probably to open up the barrier to then.
Yep, open up the barrier, do Elder Chamber, Hall of the Elders. Do it all one pass. Yep. So Ice Beam will be next. Okay, yep.
Yep, there we go. Did not know that later, but that makes sense to me.
There is no super only juggle. Interesting. I suppose if you don't have X-ray, you want to keep them as occupied as long as possible. Shows what I know. Maybe this is why my second seed async time was just under 3 hours.
Hey, me too. Though, unfortunately for me, is because of the phase-on hunt. But
I might have spent 25 minutes trying to do upper gravity chamber, thinking it was the phase-on suit, picking up a gravity suit. Whoops. Also, nice knowledge there by Schwartz, shooting the door before the statue even moved to open it up preemptively. I didn't even know you can do that.
Yep. Looks like Junglebos doing the Zoid. We'll get to see here if this is punishing or not for Schwartz. At this point, we're going to have all E-tanks in the game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, question. Do you go Life Grove area here first, or do you try to go check some of the frigate crash site with that Ice Beam logic?
If you are Schwartz, I think you do Life Grove into the mines, and you just go for it. If you don't find the suit, you save warp after Omega Pirate, check the hints, see where it's at, and then just rush it right after that. I think that's the route you'd want to do here, but maybe not.
Yep. Oh, imagine if Phase-on is on Zoid here. That'd be brutal.
Oh, that would be so bad for Schwartz. And that would give Jungle a huge leg up on this race.
Yeah. Or X-ray as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. We do still need an X-ray visor.
Now, we do know technically that this check right here cannot be X-ray. And we do know that the check past Life Grove, the 3 walls, I think also logically requires X-ray due to invisible objects.
So X-ray, I believe, can be vanilla can't be removed from this setting, I don't think. So like the main X-ray visor itself could still be vanilla, but I think the artifact location in Life Grove cannot. Well, maybe it can. No,
with invisible objects off, I don't think it can be. It could be right here, but it can't be any further.
Oh, gravity suit is here? Whoops. That's not what we want.
Yeah, watch this be thermal right here, and then frigate crash site, here we come. Or just bar skip. Let's see what we got. Just missiles.
I think I'm going to get yelled at by Bash Prime for spreading false information. Sorry, Bash. Don't mean to. I'm just wrong.
And honestly, probably same here. I'm not the most knowledgeable in Prime, but do you like watching it? So,
mm-hmm.
I don't really have high hopes for my tournament run, especially with how stacked our group is. But
there are a lot of stacked groups in this tournament. This is going to be an exciting tournament.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Second time.
Second try bar skip. Nicely done by Schwartz.
Almost made it look easy, but if anybody that has attempted that bar skip there, it is very, very tricky. Very precise.
And Schwartz is going for backwards frigate here, not going to mines. Ooh, this is spicy.
Might just be a hat check, which I've seen a lot of people do, and then straight back to mines here.
Okay, yep. Okay.
Oh, I like that underwater climb. I think I saw some discussion in that on the Metroid Prime Randomizer Discord. By the way, if you're interested in racing or playing the randomizer or talking to fun people that might be able to help you out with tricks or whatnot, feel free to join that. You too could learn bar skip.
It's tricky though. Like, don't get discouraged by it. That, like, even experienced runners can spend 10 minutes on that one because it's that terrible of a trick.
Yeah, I remember when I was first learning it, and I got the Jeff Gaines and Games diagram in basically MS Paint level. If here's where you go, here's how you jump, here's where you want to go to. So really, pretty hard to deal. But thank you, Jeff.
Main quarry, just a missile. We're gonna skip that.
So here is where I have a hard time with playing aggressive in Prime, and I don't know. Right now, I feel like dipping into mines for these last artifacts obviously is great, but since one is going to hard require that X-ray, you're putting a lot of faith into hoping X-rays somewhere in these checks and mines before you get down to MQA. So it's really hard, I feel like, to kind of judge, hey, what's the risk versus reward of full clearing before trying to go down, or just trying to bank this X-ray on being mines. So
now Drake, or one of our trackers, is saying not hard required if you do a wall crawl, what Schwartz might do. There are some wall crawls you can do. I was discussing this with Jay earlier in the day, that there are wall crawls that runners have started doing with Omega Pirate and a couple other checks specifically. They sound insanely gross and very difficult, but also mad props to our runners that they can pull them off.
yeah. Which I do know Schwartz likes out of bounds, so very well could be. And unlike Echo's out of bounds, Prime out of bounds seems quite a bit more punishing when I tried it. So definitely not my type of flavor of out of bounds, but.
And that might be just because of the flavor of the physics for Metroid Prime. Movement is not the same in Prime compared to Echoes. Like Echoes, you can do some good strafing maneuvers, like back and forth pretty easily. With Prime, not nearly so much.
Yeah.
If you fall, you're committed to falling.
Yeah. And for me, it's like with the invisible standables, and like if I accidentally hit my pinky toe on the edge and then I'm falling off regardless, right? With that limited influence. So it just feels so much more punishing. And then it's really hard when there's a standable that you can't see. So.
And this is interesting. Drake, one of our trackers, is pointing out that Schwartz is going to skip the upper mines. This is aggressive.
Yeah, which
this is really aggressive.
Yeah, which at this point, do we assume then that Schwartz knows the out of bounds at this rate? Because I feel like at this rate, this is you like.
Yeah, maybe.
I would only be this aggressive if I didn't need X-ray.
Oh yeah. But this could come back to backfire. What if the phase-on suits in the phase-on mines? We have to come. Then we have to come back here. And how bad do you feel if it's vanilla?
Yeah.
You're not skipping X-ray then.
You're not skipping Dynamo here.
Just a missile.
For those that don't know, the crates to your right, I believe I've guaranteed drops for PBs, and there they are.
Yeah. So there's various crates scattered throughout this room. You can only get up to 3 power bomb drops in this room, no matter what. They can come from any of the crates, but I don't know why. But you can only get up to 3 drops from these crates. Whatever. Metroid Prime. I don't know. I did not see what was in MQA.
Won't be able to see yet.
Yeah, Schwartz skipped the cutscene. Yeah, Schwartz skipped the cutscene too soon.
Yeah, good little frozen Metroid dash there.
Yep, drops are done on a room by room basis. Oh, Schwartz is just gonna blow the wall.
Maybe this is faster to reach the top. Oh, that's grapple.
Oh, okay.
So what was locked? What was locked in by grapple? What was it in training chamber access?
Super missiles. Super missiles.
Oh, okay. This is gross then. So we know then that any grapple checks or super checks cannot be X-ray.
Yep.
Right? Yep.
Yep. I believe that's correct. Yep.
Is there a secret world in MQB or something that allows you to get this? Because this is full committal down now to lower labs. So
in MQB specifically, I don't know. But I believe it's Fungal Hall B. You know the Ripper that flies around the room, the Grapple Ripper? You can use that to get out of bounds, which I have seen speedrunners do to get early newborn. That might be in play here.
Yeah. Was early newborn PMT? What's in PCA?
PCA is an energy tank in vanilla.
That's right. Okay. Haven't played vanilla in so long.
There is not a bounds in MQB. Okay, well, I'm gonna learn something new then today. Right. Do we peek PMT to see if it's a lulz thermal visor? Nope. We don't even care.
Well, I think it was guaranteed in their RAs to not contain anything.
Oh
so.
yeah, it can't be progression, so it can't even be thermal visor then. That's right.
Yep. I don't know if this is locked by X-ray or thermal. Nope.
Everything beyond MQA is locked by X-ray visor.
Well, I
Thermal,
mean, like
not
the invisible, if that counts as invisible objects logic.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm not sure.
Who needs to fight pirates? All right. X-ray? Nothing. Okay. This will most likely be the save before the out of bounds then, I'm assuming. And I'm excited. I'm going to learn something new today.
There's our gravity suit there for jungle.
No, for in the chat, I'm talking specifically about the in that fungal hall underneath the invisible floor, like if that would require, if that's like within the invisible logic at all. So, because you can see it with thermal too, so I don't know if that falls within the X-ray invisible objects or not, but question I'll have to look up. Okay, let's see this secret world.
Yeah, Schwartz is going for it. Standing on top of a railing right here. This room is just naturally dark, too, so it's kind of hard to see what he's trying to do.
Yeah, it must be on console as well. Let's see. Looks like somebody in chat confirming. No, it's just PB or bombs or PBs for that logic. Good to know. Interesting then.
We have made it out of bounds.
Okay, I think they're trying to find the corner here to start, I assume, Aether jumping up. Which that's another thing. Trying to find the Aether in Prime 1 seems a little bit different.
A little sketch.
Meanwhile, Jungle Boss, very close to getting the bomb jump there. And got it. Nicely done.
Nice. All right. Took a little bit of a fall. I assume we'll get those bars opened up.
Yeah. Either that or just check hat and go, I guess. Meanwhile, Schwartz is climbing. Now, assume trying to get to the top of the room here, which looks like is on the... What are the... I don't know the official term. Is it a skybox or...
Skybox is what we use in Echo, so it's probably similar to this. So yeah, probably Skybox. So we got to hit the door transition here. Had to hit the load trigger. Okay, so far so good.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that really stinks about Prime Out of Bounds is knowing all the load triggers.
Yep.
Oh.
Ooh,
I don't know if that was planned or not.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't.
How deep is the floor in this room? Because if you went below the floor, that's a long wait.
Yeah. This might be a situation where it's worth resetting.
I don't even know what happened. It just morphed off the standable or something. Yeah, there's the reset.
I'm not sure what happened there, but that was definitely an unintentional fall.
Yep. Meanwhile, it looks like Jungle Boss is heading into mines. We'll see if Jungle Boss goes for more of the full clear here to try to find X-ray. I don't know about you, but anytime that I've failed and out of bounds in a race too, my heart starts racing because I just feel
Mhm.
absolutely terrible. It's like, man, I really committed to this, and here's a reset. You know?
Well, he's obviously going to try it again. And now that we're on the second layer of the room, we have Metroids to deal with, and it's just insanely pitch black. So now we have another obstacle to deal with because of that, just because of that fall. Ugh,
Yep.
that is unfortunate. Well, I shouldn't say fail in this case, but like the mistake that happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess
Jungle is.
there's a slope jump there. That's kind of cool, but
Yep,
unfortunately
and
did
now
not land it.
he's got to use plasma to light the area so you can see where he's going.
Not even a thermal visor to help out here, unfortunately.
Mm-mm. Okay, we are out of bounds.
Sink it. And back to the corner.
Okay, so far so good.
I think we're moving up. Really hard to see on the restream, though. All I see is very, very little bit of phase on disappearing and going below her. So
I can just kind of see the outlines of the lights, the light fixtures. Okay, so he's hit the skybox. Okay, all right.
yeah.
Took the fall there. Bomb jump. Door should be right there. Okay, yep. Hit the load trigger.
Okay, nicely done. Nicely done.
All right.
Oh, hopefully get better lighting in the new room.
Trying to hit the load. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Standable and standable number 2.
Okay, so far so good.
And
That. Okay, okay. Oh, he hit some collision. He's sliding. Okay.
okay. Well, it was quick out of unmorph. Okay, all right.
Storage Depot A is just a missile, not the suit, not the X-ray. All right, so now he just has to be aware of not triggering the Omega Pirate fight.
Yeah. I'd have to look up in like a world editor or something to see where that trigger is. I don't know how big it actually is. I just know it's like 3/4 of the way through the room before it can actually trigger it. So
Yep.
question chat, is X-ray known? X-ray is not known.
X-ray is not known. Our runners would probably go for it if they knew, or if they would have it. Yeah, the fight trigger for Omega Pirate kind of reminds me of Quadraxis. It encompasses a large portion of the room. It would be easy to accidentally trigger. Okay, so we've hit Skybox, or not Skybox, we've hit Aetherbox territory for Schwartz.
Oh.
And we're now in Elite Research for Jungle. Let's say hello to, I believe this is Philip,
I think so.
who for some reason has an absurd amount of health and takes way too many missiles to kill. Just a missile. Okay.
All right, looks like we're dropping in here. Looks like maybe this loads the room around.
Okay. We are.
As soon as you hit the door. Oh, going slow here.
Yep, Schwartz has got to be careful. Okay. Had to make sure the room loaded. All right, so now
Very nicely done.
We have our final artifact now for Schwartz. So now, where's the suit?
Yep. Would be absolutely detrimental if it was a vanilla, but chances are most likely not. So I do agree with this play. I think it's awesome. And hopefully it's just like Fendrana or something.
We do have some of Fendrana cleared, so if it's in Fendrana, we know where we can look.
Same with Magmore. Could be easy workstation or plasma processing. Guess we'll see here.
Wait, you can pick that item?
There's...
You can.
I had no idea.
All right, well, we got a thermal visor now. This is a quality of life item for Essence. We don't really care for it otherwise. All right, upper elite research. What do we got? Just a missile. Interesting. The mines have one progressive item so far, and I even hesitate to call it progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far Schwartz is not punished. What do we have left in upper mines? No, that's everything.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, upper mines is done.
Because Boombox was checked, so
Yep.
nothing there.
Yep. Yeah, so if it's in the Phazon mines, like Schwartz could think it's still in upper mines. We know for a fact it won't be. It would just be vanilla. Best case scenario then for Schwartz is either what do we have left in Chozo? Nothing.
Yeah.
What do we have left in Magmore? Workstation. So it's probably just in Fendrana at this point.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know the latest data. I'll have to look, but I think last people were looking. Phazon Mines was like a 47% chance to have Phazon in it, so odds are not in Swords' favor here, but we're hoping it's going to be all right.
Yeah, the only unknowns are Phazon Mining Tunnel and Elite Quarters, but we don't care about the status of Phazon Mining Tunnel. That has been R8 out as progression for this seed. So it's either a missile, the last power bomb expansion, or an energy tank.
Yeah. I think definitely worth check Plaza Processing here. For some reason, I think it has been a spot for Phazon more than not, so... Plus, is this the last Magmore check technically for Schwartz?
Yes, yes, I believe so. Because both of them did front side Lava Lake all the way through. So yeah, this is the last Magmore check.
There's Eagle Jump, nicely done. No reward though. It's all right.
Oh, Jungle does not have a power bomb. Oh, that's unfortunate.
This is the worst in Prime. I spent in one of race 18 minutes farming a PB one time in this exact same location.
The drop rates for power bombs in this game are just abysmal.
Yep. It was all because I was...
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, even then, it's just one. I was too stubborn to go to the guaranteed crates, but it's just like, you got to give it to me eventually, right? No, it is cruel.
No. This is why, as Echoes runners, we always laugh when we get a power bomb drop. Because when you have a power bomb, the power bomb drops in Echoes aren't really that much better. But when you get them, they are French kiss. I mean, chef's kiss. Yeah, French kiss. I'll leave now.
Too good.
All right, we are about to get a Ridley fight on Schwartz's side. We're also going to see where the Phazon suit hint is going to tell us it is. So here, we have 2 checks left in Talon. They're both in Frigate. We have, I believe, nothing left in Chozo. Oh, we're going for flyby skip. We're going for flyby skip. We didn't get it. Oh, and we need our 6th artifact tracked for Schwartz. There you go. Thank you, Fishing Boo. Fishing Boo are one of our 2 trackers today. And while we wait for Ridley to die, make sure to give our runners a follow. They're putting on a good show for us. You can also follow my co-commentator, also my teammate, Marker's Mask, one of my teammates for the upcoming Echoes tournaments. You can also follow Fishing Boo and Drake, our 2 trackers.
And for those that do not know, apparently, and I don't know the details, but I just know as for running this rando, Ridley is vulnerable to boost ball. Which is why you saw here with Schwartz running into Ridley's boost ball, took away all of Ridley's health to a certain threshold.
Yeah, so boost ball I think does 5,000 damage per frame on contact damage. Ridley has, what, 1,300 health? So once he hits a certain health threshold, he'll start phase 2. That's 5,000. Ah, see, I'm wrong. I'm glad chat's here to help me out today. Yeah, they fixed it in I believe Player's Choice. Maybe it was PAL. Definitely carried over to the Wii trilogy and also Metroid Prime Remaster.
Phendrana? Perfect. That's kind of best case for Swords there.
Yep. So
was that a pivot save reset?
Yeah, it must have been. Okay. So that means.
Oh, that means Schwartz is right there at the elevator to Phendrana then.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very nice.
Was that workstation he saved? Yes, it is. Okay. So our first obstacle is going to be Thardus, our angry rock. We have Quarantine Monitor, and then we have Farfen, and then Labs. Kind of curious what his route's going to be.
I feel like Thardus will get reserved for last, just because of how slow the fight is regardless. So if I were to guess, it'll probably be a Farfen into Reverse Labs into Thardus last, if I had to guess. Or check Quarantine Monitor first with that grapple, because that grapple was pretty late in the chain too. So.
It was pretty late, yeah. I do think we'll see. Okay, we're not going to do Farfen first, unless we're gonna.
It might just be this first and then go. Ooh, that was a really cool nothing.
Can I get the palette on that? That's a good looking nothing right there.
Did Schwartz do Farfen already? I don't remember.
Nope. No. Schwartz has not touched Farfen yet.
I don't know. If it's the rock, cool, but I feel like, given that this is only a shortcut to exactly the same spot that you went to previously, which was Ruined Courtyard, I feel like I would have elected to do Farfen maybe first, but maybe just has a feeling about the rock.
Well, Randomania does like to have an accelerated placement on some checks, including Thardus, so maybe Schwartz is just playing the odds. I don't know.
Thermal was late in the chain too. And I think technically late, Thermal was locked behind X-Ray too, wasn't it? With that wall.
Is it?
I think X-Ray, because you need X-Ray to see the invisible platforms come back up out of that check, I thought. So I might be mistaken though. Out of Phase on Processing Center.
Rock the Dwayne Johnson. Thank you, Baha. You know, I'm not sure if the PPC item pickup is X-ray locked in these settings.
Let me look. Randomania. Let's pull you up.
You just call Thardus the Stone Bunny. He does hop. That just reminds me of what happened during my my first playthrough of Metroid Prime Remaster. I destroyed a segment of Thardus, and he hopped halfway across the room. I still have it as one of my clips.
Dun, dun, dun. It is to get out of it. It does require X-ray visor.
Okay, so
or it is invisible objects beginner.
Oh, so I mean that should be on beginner settings, right? Okay, so yeah, so that
invisible objects beginner is not in this preset.
It's not. Wow. No. Okay.
Because then you'd have to fight Thardus without it, I believe, as well. I think with bombs instead of thermal. So.
Okay. All right, learn something new. Wait, there's
what was that? Is that X-ray?
There's X-ray right there. Game, what are you doing?
Oh, That's kind of a feels bad because would have routed that first, and all that would have been free at the end there.
Yep.
Good news though for Schwartz is if it well now we know Phazon's not vanilla, so never mind.
Yeah,
But
we
let's
know it's
say-
here. We know it's here in Fendrana. Excuse me. That is not it in Hunter Cave. Or is this Frost Cave? I never remember which cave this is. I think this is Hunter Cave. Because there's a Metroid Hunter right here. Or Hunter Metroid.
So was Jungle Boss just in Fen?
I think Jungle Boss just did plasma processing. Oh,
Because I see that Jungle Boss has
Oh.
X-ray now. That could have been a huge turnaround if Jungle Boss would have got Phazon in that instance and then back down for the last artifact there.
oh,
Or
we're
the
going
last
back
two,
to the
I should
mines.
say.
Yeah, we're okay. Yeah, we're going back to the mines to get the last two artifacts then for Jungle side. Jungle does not know that Phazon suit is in Vendrana. Yeah, so that out of bounds play by Schwartz, even with the fall and the reset, definitely paying dividends, and Schwartz has a pretty outstanding advantage at this point.
Yep, would agree there.
Oh, we're just gonna blind check this.
For whatever reason, whatever reason, Phazon likes to be in control tower too, so I might be placing my bets there.
That'd be a pretty gross lap spot. Control tower. That's just bad.
Yep. Yep, sometimes my brain likes to combine words even though they don't need combined, so. All right, let's see here.
Gravity chamber. What do you got?
Luckily has plasma and grapple if it's upper. It is not. So let's see what's down below.
That is not a Phazon suit. Nope, that's an energy tank. That's one of the last ones. I believe we've seen 13 of the 14 energy tanks. Hey, Rar, why didn't you enter this tournament? I suppose there's not much meme potential with this one. I mean, there's some meme potential, but not in as much as there is in that goes. I say that I didn't even enter the tournament. I actually dropped out.
Which one did you drop out of?
Prime, this tournament.
You dropped out? No.
I did. It just wasn't in the cards.
Fair enough. I was looking forward to racing you as also a similarly bad Prime racer myself, so. Maybe bad's the wrong word, but not as quick as others.
And I believe that is our final energy tank in Research Core. Either that or there's one more in the pool yet. We have seen a lot of our energy tanks. Schwartz has 11, and that's 2 now we skip, so that's 13. So if we've seen another one, then that's all 14.
That is all 14.
Yeah. I want to say there's still one more out there. I could be wrong.
Thank you, Jeff. Greatly appreciated. You also got to grab Leno's French kiss comment as well.
Oh yes. Oh, never mind. There's an energy tank right there. Okay, so that is now all 14 energy tanks sighted.
Yep. Incredible. What kind of cookie do I get if it's control tower?
You are gonna get a Phazon cookie, full
Perfect.
of sweet, sugary Phazon. When's the next Mentor tournament gonna be? That is a question for the tournament organizers. Probably, maybe towards the end of this year if I had to ballpark it, or maybe even next year. I'm not sure. But since we're still wrapping up the Echoes tournament, we have lower bracket grand finals, and then the overall grand finals to go yet. Probably.
What kind of peak is this?
Schwartz is the master of peaks.
Bummer. Looked like no phase on.
Mm-hmm. If there is a peak for this game, Schwartz has either found it or helped find it.
For anybody curious there, Schwartz was trying to avoid the fight trigger for Control Tower. Turns out there's a little bit of a gap there. You can, not only when you're coming into that room, jump before, and also when you're trying to leave, jump over as well there. So avoids a huge fight that actually changes, I feel like, a lot of layers in the game from what I remember. So, because I feel like Control Tower also puts flying pirates in Magmore and in Frigate Crash Site, I think. So, very important skip to know.
So, if every check has been accounted for, the only check remaining is Research Lab Hydra.
Oh, which was blocked by that Supers.
Yeah.
Which was blocked by Grapple, which was an MQA, blocked by X-Ray.
Yeah, this is whoops. Come on, door. Yeah, so by process elimination, this has to be it. Phase on suit, go mode for Schwartz Gandhi at the 1 hour, 10-minute mark.
Yep. Unfortunately, we'll have to fight Ridley again, but given boost, I don't think it'll be too much of a concern.
Mm-hmm.
But very nicely done. Then I think Junglebos is going to get the unfortunate news that Phazon is in fact not vanilla.
Well, we have one Power Bomb expansion left, and then the rest is missiles. And we also have Wave Buster and Flamethrower available. So that actually could be one of those two right here on Omega Pirate.
Nope, no supers with Jungle Boss. I believe that was in the room right before Training Chamber, which was blocked, I believe, by Grapple. And then Grapple was MQA, which was blocked by X-Ray. So quite a nasty logic chain there.
Mm-hmm.
And it also shows the power of doing the Magma Pool Scan Dash when you have the chance to. Sometimes when stuff is sneakily back there, it is really nice to have that.
Jungle's going for the Plasma Beam one cycle. Find this to be a little harder than the supers, but still not that bad.
And gets it. Very nice.
Just a missile.
But does get PCA as the reward with the artifact.
So this will be number 6 now for Jungle. So we have a grand total of 8 checks left. Overgrown Cavern, Cargo Freight Lift to Deck Gamma, Biohazard Containment, Sun Chamber ×2, Control Tower, which was kind of peaked by Schwartz, I didn't see what it was, Frost Cave, which I don't think we got a great look at, and then Phase Out Mining Tunnel.
Yep.
That's it.
Flyby skip this time? Nope.
Nope.
Maybe?
Flyby skip's tough. There is a setup for it, but it's still tough. Alright, so Jungle is going to go out through MQB. This might just be a straight save warp. Save at the ship save warp. Oh, we even got the cutscene this time for Schwartz. Wait, you can do that? You can do that when he turns around? Oh, I'm learning something new today. How are there more ways to stun Ridley?
And snipes. Good Ridley fight.
Very good Ridley fight.
Little bit On the RNG side, they're really trying to dash, but kind of hard when you don't have that manipulation in the corner for it. So we'll see if we get the optimal climbage here in Impact Crater, which I believe is you just turn around right here, jump off this, and just start climbing just like that. Oh, oh, almost there. Now hopefully it does not get munched on.
Yeah, Jack and Jill really like their snacks. That took a second. We might see a Metroid latch. Oh, boost strats. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, that is dangerous in this room. And I think Schwartz just looking at the time, be like, yeah, you know what? I don't have time for Exoskip, even though it's still technically faster. We're going for it.
Yeah. Which really in this case, I don't even know if it would save that much time. You have Ice Spreader, you have lots of missiles.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it does save time, but Schwartz might be thinking, I'm really up against the clock here.
yeah. And I don't,
Like,
after talking with quite a few people about it, I don't think it, given cutscene skips now, I don't think Exo Skip really saves much time at all anymore, especially when talking with Sam about it. So,
yeah, in speedruns, it's going to save a lot more time just because cutscene skip is not a thing.
Yeah.
In Rando, when cutscene skip is a thing, it's probably still going to save time, but not as much. Okay, we got the wave phase skip. That's the most optimal skip you can get with Ice Spreader right there.
yep. That's nice.
Nice. Nice phase 2. Or subchamber 2.
Unfortunately, straight to wave. That's fortunate.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
RNG.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And there's the Fendrana news now for Jungle. So now Jungle's in a unique position here because we can just keep Ridley dead. And does not have to kill him again. Straight into plasma. Yeah, this is not a bad phase right here. I follow this up with power and then ice.
Good turnaround shot there, and nice ice, and that should be it. For this subchamber.
We still have power phase after this.
Is it?
Yeah. This is only the third part of the phase. Okay, shoot up for, shoot up. Set up for a turnaround. There we go. Oh, perfect. Now we're in the chaos phase. Anything can happen. We want the ice phase, or we want ice face as much as possible.
I haven't seen a change before while doing the melee manip before. That's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably honestly why Prime Randos doesn't rank up higher for me than say other Randos. Is I really dislike this fight. It takes so long for me.
So about 15 minutes ago, Jungle Boss in the race room. I hate this game. No doubt about the X-ray and the thermal visor, since that was about that long ago.
So you say that, Drake, and I tried Exo Skip, and unfortunately, I could not get the Metroid to push me out as high at the door.
Skip the skip.
Yeah.
Skip the skip.
Yeah, bar skip, which is just use boost on the other side.
Yep. something skill issue.
Yeah, I will not be in this tournament for a long time, but definitely for a good time. So.
And what's important is you have fun. I have the opposite problem. I don't think I would have actually had that much fun. It kind of reminds me of like cross keys mode in Link to the Past, Rando. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Like the movement is frustrating because the knockback, like let's say Essence here just hits you and knocks you back. You're gonna go back 100 feet. I just don't understand how it happens. Whee!
Here, I believe, will be an attempt at a 3-pull. So here,
Huh.
wasn't quite.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I wasn't quite vulnerable yet, but in this this fight, what you could actually do is you can space out these phase-on shots, and it'll interrupt Essence from doing an action. And I think, from what I understand, there's 11 actions to be taken before laying a pool. So if you interrupt Essence that many times, basically skipping each action or interrupting the action, she'll go right into laying a pool for you right away, just like this.
Yep, as long as she's not in position to do what we call a phase skip, where she'll just swap to the next phase without laying the pool, she'll just lay that phase on pool for you right there.
Yep. And then here, dipping inside and out of the pool so it doesn't consume any of the pool. And then we'll hopefully finish it off with a nice 3-pull here. There it is.
Nicely done by Schwartz Gandhi, finishing in first place with an official race time GD time of 1 hour 20 minutes 32 seconds. Nicely done.
GG's.
We'll see if we can get Schwartz in here for an interview. Jungle probably has seen it yet, but probably has seen the notification. We'll see if he elects to continue. We'll probably check after the Thartis fight here.
Very good knowledge on Junglebos there, hitting the next vulnerable area on Thartis.
Mm-hmm. And we are now joined in the booth by Schwartz Gandhi. GG's.
GG's.
Nicely done. Yeah, so we'll set the tone for you here. Both of you were kind of following each other's routes for a solid 30-35 minutes. Right up until the point where both of you left Vendrana at the same time. You decided to go for the rest of your artifacts and decided like, okay, you know what? Out of bounds is not going to be a suggestion.
Yep.
So what was your thought process on just going for out of bounds there?
I was not. I don't know. It was weird because by the time that I had finished Chozo cleanup, I wasn't really confident on following any specific item. Like my biggest tip would have probably been supers in training chamber access, but I still hadn't seen grapple yet, so I was a little bit suspicious of that, but ended up just committing to just dive into mines, and if I find X-ray, I find it in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Drake, one of our trackers, actually had a couple questions for you. What made you decide to skip Thartis then on the cleanup, looking for the phase-on suit?
Or not skip Thartis.
Oh, not skip Thartis. Yeah, sorry, not skip Thartis.
I was like, well, I know I'm probably really fast to the phase-on suit hint, so if I just play into the advantage that I know that it's in Vendrana and it's on Thartis, like something you commonly, don't, check on your first through. I was like, I would have a huge advantage if it was on Thartis, and plus I had thermal, plasma, and some PBs on it, so it was pretty fast.
So, wanted to talk a little bit about that logic chain for grapple and supers. Because I believe Magma Pool would be locked by grapple in beginner settings, right?
Correct.
So with that phase on in Hydra hard requiring supers, that was a pretty crazy logic chain there to have to go all the way to MQA by first grabbing X-ray. By not, because thermal was pretty late to the game too, so that couldn't have been through Thartis, right? So you're expected to go behind Thartis to get all that?
Yes, X-ray locked thermal, so you would have had to get to transport access through labs. I was
Which I
honestly,
get-
yeah.
Yeah, which I guess explains the early main PBs there as well.
Mhm.
What were your thoughts seeing though X-ray after the fact there in transport access?
I at that point I was just happy to have it for Essence. I didn't really, honestly, I didn't really expect to find it after the fact. I was probably just gonna commit to not having X-ray, but
Yeah.
it was a convenient spot. So.
Yeah. Were you trying to bank on X-ray being in mines on the way down? Because I believe you skipped a lot of early mines to head straight down there. So were you planning on just doing the wall crawl regardless and hopefully you find X-ray, or
Like,
did the thought ever go through your head? Oh, this could be vanilla phase on.
I definitely thought that at one point, but my kind of deal was I just want to get down there because I don't know. MQA and Central Dynamo over the past few seeds have been like really good locations, way better than they ought to be. So I figured I would just play into if X-ray's down there, then yeah. Otherwise, I'm just doing the wall crawl. I definitely regretted not clearing upper mines on my first, like on my way down, because like by the time that I was in elite research, I was like, oh, Phazon could still be up there, and that would have been bad.
Yeah. I think punishment wise, if skipping upper mines, that probably would have been the worst one that could have maybe impacted it, because then you wouldn't know. You have to make the decision of, okay, is it, X-ray blocked, is it not? Because then you had that chance of all of upper mines and OP. And I feel like maybe, like I go and clear all of upper mines, and then say if it was vanilla, then you'd be not necessarily behind, but like it'd be a lot of extra time checking upper mines that would end up being nothing. So
Yeah.
trying to think here. What was the collision you got stuck on in Ruined Shrine there, trying to boost into the tunnel?
That I have no idea what happened there. It must have been something relating to like me boosting through the beetle or something. Because I definitely tried to see how long I could just like boost into it and it would like get unstuck.
For a moment there,
It was-
chat legitimately thought you were going for an infinite speed setup.
I was thinking about it, or thinking about like, oh, what if this clips me out of bounds? It would be really funny. But then I was like, that's probably really bad. So I just bombed out of it. It was really funny.
Let's see. What else? In terms of, this is just a question that I had personally.
Mhm.
I tend to play pretty conservatively, so I was quite shocked when right after that Varia suit, just immediate to Magmor without launcher, which ended up working out fantastically. But did you ever feel like, hey, maybe I might have been missing progression in early or mid Chozo or anything like that?
Not really. Having such a long progression chain to Varia like that usually is like a super strong indicator to go to Magmar, in my experience. And I was right by the Lava Lake elevator, so I didn't have to orphan Lava Lake, so I figured it was worth it. And then I find Plasma in
Oh,
Tricuspid, and then like, oh boy, Phendrana definitely has something.
Yep.
So
Yeah, the early Varia suits tend to have weird logic chains like that. It's yeah, that's prime rando for you, I guess.
Yeah, it's usually like Baja gave like a good example. If like Varia suit is like like locked behind like I don't know one item in early Chozo or whatever, then it's maybe a good idea to go to Magmor. But if it's like behind like something specific, like supers in the tree, then it's like a really good idea. I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of butchering it.
Oh, makes
Well,
sense. Early Torvis, early Magmor / Fen. I can see the resemblance.
Mhm.
And you always
Uh,
go to you always do Torvis as soon as you can. Always. I will die on that hill.
Also, that peak to control tower, I had no idea was a thing. Was that another one that you ended up finding one day, or?
I personally can't take credit for that one. That one was found by Toaster,
Ah,
but I found setups for like several other items, or several like different rooms. So it's a team effort.
perfect.
It comes in really handy. That's why I
Yeah,
love it when supers are early.
yeah. I learned something new with that peak because I was like, wait, why aren't you just shooting? And then I was like, oh, there is a peak there. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I think Jungle Boss just got the realization that Phazon is supers locked and unfortunately does not have supers.
Yep, Phazon and Hydra, really. Yep, that is the case. And knowing that, has decided to throw in the towel at GG's to Jungle. That kind of a tough way to go out. Those supers were in a funny spot. That was a
Yeah.
good dash to Magma Pool. And we are now
And welcome,
joined.
Jungle.
Why? Why?
Would you like to know where supers are?
About it. Yeah, sure.
Training chamber access.
Fuck you, game. Fuck you, game.
All right. Well,
Oh,
10
damn,
cents.
that's bad.
10 cents in
Damn,
the swear
that's
jar.
bad. Yeah, sure, but I don't care about it. Oh, damn. That's a bad seed.
Grapple beam. Where was grapple again? Grapple was
MQA.
Yeah.
MQA. Yeah, MQA.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Hmm.
yeah. Oh, why was it there? That's just annoying. Really annoying. But yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, was quite the logic chain to supers being that thermal was also locked by an X-ray, grapples by an X-ray,
yeah.
supers was behind X-rays. So,
Yeah, true.
unfortunately, that logic chain was quite long there in the end just to get supers. So, and then of course, seeing supers in Hydra was kind of the nail in the coffin at that rate. So,
Yep.
otherwise, I think both of you had pretty identical routes in the beginning. Both of you took some what I would consider aggressive approaches to Magmor right away after finding Varia, skipping mid show zone, a couple of other things. So both of you followed the logic I felt beautifully, and both was paying off great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think for you, the divergence occurred when Schwartz was able to rush down to the lower mines and was able to do the out of bounds to get the artifact in PCA.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
That's a preference.
And then once obtaining the artifact, was able to go get that Phazon hint, found it was in Fendrana, and luckily not Phazon mines. And then was able to take a pivot save back to workstation and basically just cleared Fen
Oh yeah,
and was good
that's
to
a
go.
really good route. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just dead that point. Lol.
Tell you
Oh yeah.
Tell you what, my like least confident part of my whole route was probably going back to Chozo. Because at that point I had just gotten PBs. And I save quit out and didn't do labs. And luckily that ice beam was right there.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
That was like the wild
same.
card for me.
I wasn't too sure that it was so there, but I was like, sure. And then I found it. So that wasn't a time lost. So
Yeah.
overall was nice. I think. Aside from the Warlock Crow, that probably made the everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely like a ace up my
Mhm.
sleeve that I know how to do that.
Yeah.
Was-
Well, yeah.
So, Schwartz, before you started Final Bosses, we were actually kind of speculating if you were going to do Exoskip or not. Is that something that's on your arsenal, or is that going to be later on?
I don't like Exoskip, but I do know how to do it. I can't really do it consistently and or fast, but I can do it. So if there's ever a case where like we're in go mode minus ice, which is like really unlikely, I would do it. But that's like the only scenario.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would rather Exoskip not be a thing, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a bit hard
I,
to do. So
I would like it if the Essence Trigger required Exo to be dead, but that's me.
yeah, that would be nice.
Well, given that, I guess Jungle or Schwartz, you guys have any other comments about the race, the routes, any other questions?
I know. Aside from that a suit, that was a pain, but sure. Why was it there?
My last thing I'll say is that in the race room, Jungle said, "What do you hope for this seed?" And I said, "I hope that
Oh,
we get
yes.
Boost early." And Boost was under his ship. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
Perfect.
yeah,
That was pretty good. Yep.
yeah. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Well, it looks like neither one of you have another race scheduled yet, but good luck to both of you throughout the course of this
I'm
group
gonna
stage.
have one soon, I think.
Okay.
There might be one tomorrow for me. I'm not sure about
Okay.
it. There's one Sunday for me for sure. Can
Oh.
maybe one tomorrow.
Okay. Well, good luck to you tomorrow and again on Sunday. And Schwartz, good luck to you again for your next race, next set of races, whenever that's going to be. Make sure to give these runners a follow. They put on a good race for you today. A great race. Make sure to give them a follow. Follow my co-com as well, Marker's Mask. Also our two trackers, Fishing Boo and Drake. Yeah, I believe that's going to do it for us today. We have no more matches scheduled on Restream. No, I'm a liar. We have one more race on Restream today. We have a Malicious Salad taking on Arconix. That'll be in SpeedGaming 5. That'll be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We have Slucky and Caliber going on at 7 p.m. Eastern. That'll be in 90 minutes. There will be no restream on that one, so you have to follow their individual channels to watch that one. But yeah, other than that, that'll do it for us. Please tune in for the next race, and we will see you next mission. Take care.
Bye.
See you next
Later,
mission.
folks. Peace.